Hello, Pine Bush Nation. My name is Logan Vittori, and today I'm here with a very special guest, the coach of the varsity football team, Coach Ormsby. How you doing, Coach?
I'm good, Logan. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, and I'd like to say, as a supporter of the Pine Bush football community, thank you for stepping up and taking care of the team this year.
Much appreciated. I am happy to be here.
Awesome. Now, before we get into the football part of this interview, I'd just like to first ask for a brief introduction to yourself.
Well, my name is Rich Ormsby. I've been in Pine Bush for now 15 full years. This is my 16th year. Second year at Pine Bush High School as a phys ed teacher. Prior to that, I taught 14 years at Circleville Elementary School. I've coached football, wrestling, and track here, all different levels, for most of my time here. And it's my first year as the varsity head coach.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. So now, coming into this football season, what can we expect from both the offense and defense that has changed since last year?
Well, this year we're going to throw the ball a little bit. We're going to be a bit of a mix between the shotgun and the double wing. Defensively, we're going to switch our fronts up a little bit to a defense I think will suit our athletes for sure.
Awesome. What has the overall reaction been from the players to the new coaching staff?
It's been fantastic. We got a new coach, a new hire. He's a business teacher, Kyle Schneider. He was a quarterback at Cortland. He's been an offensive coordinator for a few other high schools, and he has just been fantastic. Obviously, for Danny DeGroot at quarterback, but the receivers, even the O-line, he's very knowledgeable at everything. We also have Coach Hintz. He actually is a phys ed teacher down at Circleville Elementary School where I was. He's our defensive coordinator. He is very detail-orientated. He's, I think it's his second year. He coached JV last year, so he knows all the kids really well and the program as a whole. And he has just done a fantastic job installing a new defense in a short amount of time. We also have Rory McCain, who's an alumni of Pine Bush, and he's our offensive line coach. And he's coached with me in the past. I actually coached him when he was an 8th grader, dating myself a little bit, but he's the best. He takes that offensive line, and those kids really are proud to be a part of that. And he just creates a culture of just being tough offensive line football players. He's one of the best. We also have Coach Lacavera. He has a few years of experience here. He's been at Pine Bush for a very long time. He is someone that everybody looks up to, myself, all the kids, everybody. He's someone who has seen the ups and downs of Pine Bush. He's seen it all. We all lean on him for, he is a disciplined side. He has the soft side. He's really a man of many great qualities, and we all appreciate him being with us too. As far as all of the coaching staff, our modified has 5 guys down there. Many of them coach multiple varsity sports. Our modified is going to be in great hands with Coach Buffalo, Coach Fernandez, Coach Roberto, Coach Cruz, and Coach Fernandez has a student teacher. Don't know his name, but I'm sure I'll meet him pretty soon. And our junior varsity has Coach Mancuso, who's also been a varsity coach for many sports for many years. He knows all the kids really well. And Coach Rivera is also the defensive coordinator for the JV. And he's figured out all this new stuff in a short amount of time too, so credit to him. And my student teacher, Coach Izzo, he's a Cornwall graduate, and he will be with us through December, so that's the entire football season. He's helping out the JV too, so I am pumped with our football staff. It's fantastic.
Awesome, that's really good to hear. Now, in practice this week, getting ready for this game, what has the leadership been like as far as the players?
We have great leaders here. The team last year returned quite a bit of guys from the season before, and we know it was a bit of a rougher season for them. And the guys that made it through, they are just tough character kids. I mean, they really, as far as leadership goes, they understand what it takes. They know what it's like to come and put the work in. I'm very impressed with each drill that we do. There's never any complaining. It's always positive attitudes. Everybody works very hard, and if I were to turn and look at a different drill, they just keep going. I don't have to micromanage any of them. They're very mature for high school kids for sure.
It's good to hear. Now, diving deeper into the personnel, who can we expect a very big game from coming up this week on Friday night?
Well, that's going to be up to them. We're installing new offenses and defenses. The only thing we can't give them is years of experience. You can't put more reps than they've taken into them. So, I would expect to see Danny DeGroot have a fantastic game, being a leader for sure. Mason Moranowicz is another one. He's a big guy, but he's a really tough guy, and he's a smart football player who's going to play on both sides of the ball. Those two for sure, but really we have a lot of guys that I don't know if I want to give away all my secrets right now. You may just have to wait till Friday night.
Sounds good. Now, Coach, getting back to you, what have you done to set the bar physically and mentally for our players preparing for this game on Friday night?
Well, if we're talking about setting the bar, we have very high expectations, our coaching staff to the players, and the players of themselves have high expectations. We've installed a lot of stuff. Some things they were familiar with, some things they've never done in their entire careers. They've handled the challenge. They understand where we want to get to, and they're rising to that challenge, both offensively, defensively, and special teams. Our coaching staff, they are tireless workers putting in work behind the scenes that the kids realize. They see it, and they appreciate it, and we appreciate them.
Now, Coach, around the community and inside the school, as I'm sure you're aware, there's been a lot of energy around this new football program that we got going. So going into Friday night, has there been any pressure felt around from the community or any other sorts?
I wouldn't say pressure. I would say there's a lot of excitement. And I also wouldn't say it's a new program. Pine Bush has a rich and deep tradition. There are untold thousands of people interested in Pine Bush football, from alumni to former parents to teachers, everybody. So I think it's not so much the pressure, it's the excitement, the eagerness. We all want to just get under those lights and just get started.
All right, thank you, Coach.